Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Papa Bear here. I'm doing a one take, so basically a video where I make little to no edits, whether I make a mistake or whether I have a brain fart just like that, or I fumble over my words. Anyway, today I'm doing a keyboard review. Gamdias graciously sent me a Hermes E2 keyboard. It's basically a mechanical keyboard. They sent me it with their blue switches, their Gamdias certified blue switches. They offer it in several different flavors, which is supposed to be red, brown, and black as well. I found that these switches are similar to Cherry's own MX Blue switch. I was able to test the keyboard side by side and wasn't really able to tell a difference, truth be told. But then again, I'm not a keyboard connoisseur. I did have the keyboard for roughly about 2 weeks. Oh, I forgot to mention that one take, yeah. That the keyboard just sent to me. That's basically the sponsorship. I'm supposed to just review it. All of these thoughts are my own opinions. I haven't been paid for this, so there's a clap. Whatever. So take that as what you will. Is that they just sent me it for free to check out. So thank you, Gamdias. Now back to what I was saying. It's a mechanical keyboard with their blue switches. It's very equivalent to a Cherry MX Blue switch. I was able to test the switches side by side and wasn't able to tell the difference, as I was saying. Again, I'm not a keyboard connoisseur. I don't know how their brown, reds, or blacks will fare. I'm assuming they're supposed to be similar to a Cherry's MX switch. Speaking about their switches, the keycaps themselves, I was able to pull off really easily. Like I don't even need a tool. It's like it sinks in. See, nice click, clack. I was able to take a Cherry MX key cover and replace it. So if you need to replace the keycaps, you can. I've had the keyboard roughly for about 15-ish days, so a little over 2 weeks. I streamed with it on a day-to-day basis. If you don't know, I'm a streamer here on Facebook. I stream like 5 days a week for about 3 to 4 hours roughly. And then I took it to my day job, which I'm an IT operator. So I was able to use it there with more of a professional work environment, if you will. More email typing, documents, running commands. And overall, it was a pleasant to work with, pleasant to type with. I liked it. Speaking about taking back and forth, it's made of plastic, so it's super duper lightweight. But don't let that like push you away, because it has a fused metal backplate, as their website says. So it's very sturdy, very rigid, very little chassis flex. I mean, I can bend the thing like very little. Not that you're ever going to do that. So take that for what you will. What else? Taking it back and forth, rubber feet. That's what I was going to say. So on the bottom, you'll find that there's actual rubber feet on it, right? Like most keyboards does. It has a extension for the keys, the little feet there, and they are rubbered. What I didn't like is the fact that the top part, I didn't like that. There's no rubbering on the top part of this. And so most of the time I ran it like this. And when I was fiercely mashing my way to victory in games or typing out an angry email, not that I really sent one, I would sometimes find the keyboard would shift slightly forward. Other than that, and the fact that the cable itself is not braided, which I wish it was, those are the only two like quirks I can think of it, or criticisms maybe for Hermes 2.0. I don't know. In any case, you also notice that they haven't really changed much with the layout. The only thing that they really changed was the fact that the Windows key on the left-hand side that you'll find in like a typical keyboard is not there. They put a function key there instead. I found it nice, and a little bit to get used to. So more on that. The function key allows you to access their media controls. There's no dedicated media control, so they have like part of the F5 through F8 as your media controls, and the other functions on the keyboard. It's backlit. It's not RGB though, as you'll notice. It just has the 7 colors from the top, from red all the way to like red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and red. Did I say that? Red, green. It's green. Green, blue, purple, pink, orange, and red. That's the order of the colors. The colors themselves have a varying brightness. It has like 6 levels of adjustments, from being off to on 100%. It increments in like levels of 20. They have 2 different modes, like a pulsation mode, so you can also adjust how fast like the keyboard pulsates or how slow it pulsates, or a solid mode. And like I said, you could just turn off the lighting if you want to do that for whatever reason. So since Windows key is not on the left hand side, they do have this one on the right hand side, which is all right. Like I said, like I was mentioning earlier, just took a little bit of time for me to get used to. Apparently, I hit the Windows key more than I thought, whether I'm gaming or not gaming, right? It's nice in the fact that when you're gaming, you're not going to accidentally mash the Windows key with your left hand. It kind of sucks when you're doing production work because that's what I'm used to, but I got used to it after a few sessions with it. The Windows key here, you'll notice it actually has game underneath it, which is their game mode. So if you do the function Windows key, it'll actually disable the Windows key on top of it. So there you go. Right next to that Windows key, you'll see that there is a mouse looking key. It like signifies a right click if you're not able to tell. Basically, when you click that key, it's like you're right clicking your mouse. The only thing I can think of this being is because the keyboard itself has a function where you can change the WASD to be your arrow keys and the arrow keys to be the WASD key. They say for the left-handed or right-handed gamers respectively. So take that for what you will. What else is there to mention? They say that it has N key rollover. I didn't test it. I don't mash all the keys on the keyboard, so I don't know if it's actually valid or not. But basically, N key is, if you don't know, you can mash all the keys on the keyboard, and the computer registers each and every single press of each key, supposedly. From what I understand, what N key rollover is. Other than that, though, I'm overall really happy with the product. The only thing I was able to really find any quirks or complaints about was the fact that A, it's not a braided cable, and B, there's no rubber feet at the top of it. So it has a nice beveled edge. Oh, it has a matte finish. That's one other area of concern for me. Like I've had a few tech devices where it has a matte finish, and over time, over wear and tear, like your oils start to polish it off. So instead of it being a nice matte finish, it becomes a polished finish. So you got that, but that's on the main keyboard itself and on the keycaps. But thankfully, like I mentioned earlier, you can replace the keycaps. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. It's lightweight, very strong. I tend to put my tech devices, anything that I own through hell. So it was nice to see that it actually held up quite nicely. The keyboard itself will be available in online retail stores like Amazon, Best Buy, Newegg. It's roughly hovering around the $60 USD mark as of right now, which is a pretty decent price for a non-mechanical or a mechanical keyboard that's not cherry. So yeah, I like it. It's very minimal. Doesn't have like a lot of like gamer in your face. So that's cool. I think it has they give you a 1-year warranty on it. I wasn't able to confirm this, so hopefully I can confirm this as I edit any B-roll footage into this. Who knows? Anyway, I give it a solid recommendation. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, whether you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. I don't know where. It's my first time kind of doing this. Leave me a comment what you think about the keyboard, whether you want to get it up or, get it up, whether you want to get it. I guess in 2.0, other than braided cable, rubber feet, make it RGB, like fully RGB. That's what I recommend. So braided cable, better rubber feet, RGB. And that's all. That's really the only complaining that I have, if I have any complaints. So thank you guys again. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you, Gamdias, for the keyboard. I really appreciate it. I'll be using it in my streams and probably my production work if I end up taking it to work again. Who knows? Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.